Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are playing in World of Tanks. You probably forgot the Blitz there, Mr. Droodles. Well, no, this is actually World of Tanks. I do play the game every now and then. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm averaging about 3,000-ish damage in some of my tier 10s now, which I'm actually quite happy about. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do better at the game. So why not do a replay? I asked you guys in a poll if you wanted to see this game, and 75% of you said yes. So let's get straight into it. Now, one thing you'll notice right off the bat, compared to Blitz, is that the graphics in World of Tanks are amazing. I mean, World of Tanks Blitz graphics, I'll be honest, they kind of suck compared to PC. I don't think Blitz graphics are bad by any means. When it comes to the mobile game world, they are very, very impressive. But I remember one day, I played for about 6 hours on PC, and I went back to Blitz, and it actually made me sad how much more the PC graphics looked better. Another thing that makes me really sad that does not exist in Blitz are 3D styles. This here is the AMX M4 We all know this as the tier 10 French collector in Blitz, a very popular collector and a very strong one at that. Now, in PC, this is a tech tree heavy, which is a lot cooler because you can grind it for free, but as well, another thing that's awesome about this tank is the style. I mean, you gotta agree, this looks awesome. It might not be everybody's taste, but this, to me, is amazing. We got the Bofors on the back of the tank. We got a whole gun platform. I mean, this looks truly awesome. And it's not just this tank. Almost, I would say about half of the vehicles in Tier 10 now have legendary styles, which is pretty freaking sweet. I mean, the Sheridan's got a cool boat one, amphibious vehicle. I really just like all the styles that PC adds, and I do wish that Blitz added them in maybe the loot boxes or just the opportunity to buy them, kind of like the Jagdpanzer one we have, but for every tank, because that would be so cool. But enough about the styles. You can see my AMX M4 has already been slapped quite hard. We've lost about 800 hit points. The AMX is only good frontally on PC, and Blitz has actually got pretty good side armor, about 105 millimeters. In PC, yeah, it's not really the case. It's about 50 millimeters on the side, which means it's a very easy high explosive penetration, and you gotta be extremely careful. But if you are able to get the armor to work, unlike that moment there, you can do pretty well. Yeah, that was not amazing. A 60 TP carries a 152 millimeter, as we know. But unlike the 152 in Blitz that deals 600 damage in PC, it deals 750. Yep, that is quite a beefy gun. Not a gun you really want to mess with. And unfortunately, because that ST2 is behind the guy, I can't really poke either. So I've already lost about a lot of hit points, like what, 1,500, and that's not great. I gotta be careful, but maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to do something. I bounced a shell from the ST2. We got the mouse over here, gonna aim right at his turret cheek, and oh no, just tragedy. Doesn't even penetrate. That is one of the downsides of the AMX M4 if you are running the 130 millimeter. Now, here's a weird fun fact. In Blitz, the AMX carries a 130 millimeter, but it's modeled after the 120 millimeter. I don't understand that ever. I really haven't. But yeah, so it's kind of weird how Wargaming did it in Blitz. But this is what the actual 130 looks like. And this 130 is quite a beefy gun. If you are able to connect the shell, it deals 560 damage. As you can see, we just slapped one into the ST2's cupola. That hurts a lot. 560 plus only around a 13-second reload is a really nice combination of alpha damage. So you're going to see here again, I'm trying to do some things. We got the mouse. He shot my gun instead of my actual tank, so pretty good there. We got the 60 TP and aiming, and ooh, fire! Yeah, there you go. 623, and with that, we've picked up 1,655 damage. So at least we're starting to pick up the damage here, even though I've blown a lot of my health. So we got a full health mouse, we got a 4005, and an FE2 5B183 in the background there. Those two tanks are not vehicles you want to play with. The 183 carries a 1,300 damage per shot AP shell with 300 pen. If that vehicle just nearly grazes my side armor, it will overmatch me in pen every time. Same for the 4005. And their Hess shells deal 1,750 damage with, yeah, like 220 millimeters of pen. Basically, the ability to one-shot a half-health heavy. It's kind of ridiculous. You don't want to mess with the 183. So it's something that's pretty crazy, is that alpha on PC is much higher and much deadlier. The average 130 millimeter deals about 490 damage per shot instead of 460. And some of them, like the Ag Tigers, go up to 530 or whatever. So it is very, very different. One of the tanks I'm very worried about is that VZ55 on the enemy team. If I get out of a sniper view here, you can see that purple tank right there I'm highlighted on. That is the VZ55. Now, it's a pretty cool looking tank, and I actually find it looking eerily similar to the Japanese heavies that might be coming into the game, but what I will say is the VZ is, imagine an M6 Yo that was then turned into an IS-7 with 8 degrees of gun depression. The upper plate on that tank is very hard to penetrate, especially when it's hull down, impossible. It also carries a 2-shot 490 damage gun, which in 2 seconds, yes, you heard that right, in 2 seconds is able to dump out about 980 damage. It's ridiculous. It's one of the top performing tier 10s currently, and it's a vehicle that kind of gives me nightmares. But either way, we're actually doing pretty okay in this game. So far, we're at 3,456 damage. We have at least picked up the game a bit. We've blocked around 1,600. As I did say, frontally, this tank is very nice on the armor. The weakest spot is the lower plate at about 220 thick, but the upper plate is sitting at 330. And that means that you actually bounce almost every shell on the upper plate. I mean, even premium shells have about a 50-50 chance of penning or bouncing on flat ground. And that means if you're slightly using the 8 degrees of gun depression this AMX has, you're actually in a very, very good scenario. This, however, is where one of the downsides with World of Tanks PC does come in. The waiting game. You'll notice here that me and my friend are literally just waiting and waiting and waiting. You can't really do much when you know that there is a 183 sitting in the back that will one-shot me if I decide to poke, an ST2 that carries a double-shot gun, and a fully hull-down Granvong that carries 12 degrees of gun depression and a 600mm thick turret. So right now, I'm just kind of waiting. I really want to clear this ST2. I do have enough alpha damage to have a 50-50 chance here, or just slightly below a 50-50 to finish him off. I do have premium shells loaded, so as soon as this guy looks away, I'm going to try and poke him. Can I get it? No, I don't have enough gun depression. So you see, I turned my tank to the side, waited for him to look away, and boom, 567 into his tank, finishing him off. So now we got the Mouse, who is kind of a waste of hit points, so I'm not going to bother with his vehicle. We got the Granvong still at the back, and then we have the VZ55. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I want to do right now? I don't really want to fight a hull-down Kron. That's a recipe for disaster. That tank will ruin my day, and yeah, it's not really going to be fun. So what I'm going to do right now is try and maybe get a bounce, exposing my front to the VZ. Me and my teammate here, the VZ, there you go. And that guy also missed his shell, so he got his second shell. Now, I didn't realize this at the time, but that VZ is running the single shotgun. There's actually two options, a higher DPM single shot or the double shot. And that guy is running the single, so I didn't realize that. But either way, we're going to get a pretty nice tap there. Boom, 517 into his vehicle. And we're going to reload. 13 seconds later, we should be able to get a second tap out here into the VZ. He bounces my track wheel, which is perfect for me. So now I've got a shell, and we are going to aim in right on his cupola. Once again, boom, 611. And now we're sitting at 4,600 damage. Not too bad. I did make a mistake there. I probably should have stayed a little bit further back, because then I wouldn't have lost hit points, and in the end of the game, I could have been a little bit more aggressive. But at this moment here, we got the Kranvong, and I'm just like, you know what? Screw it, I got one premium shell left. Boom! Nice shell into the side, and let's give him a little bit of a love tap too. Speed and yeet! There you go, 93 damage off of that vehicle. This tank is very heavy, and it's got a lot of frontal armors we went over, so it is actually incredible at ramming. I've rammed mediums and lights for like 400 or 500 in this tank. It really is very, very fun, especially if you are running small liner for that ramming. Now, the enemy team is obviously losing by a lot. We have 13,000 hit points, as you can see at the top of my screen, and they have 8,000, so we're 6,000 hit points up right now. And, well, what do we have? Well, we got the Grill 15 off to the side. Aiming. Oh, that aiming time's not great. Fire. Did that shell hit? Well, the Grill was at about, what, 600 health last time he was spotted, so we're going to have to see how much health he is next time he is detected. We got the T125 over here. I really, really want to get a shell into this guy, but I'm out of premium, which kind of sucks. One of the downsides of the AMX is its terrible penetration. Its standard is 250, and its premium is, yeah, like 280. So as you can see, I couldn't even overmatch the sides of that E5 there. If I was running premium, yeah, I most likely would have, but yeah, not for my standard ammunition. So you have to use a lot of premium in this tank, and I had to fire all 10 of mine in this battle. So the enemy team, they got 2 tanks left. They got the Grill 15, and now all I have is the Grill. So where is he going to get spotted? Well, you're going to see me pre-aiming where he was last detected, right over here. So I'm just kind of waiting, seeing if he gets detected. La-da-doo. Where is the Grill? Now, the Grill, unlike in Blitz, actually has a pretty good camo rating in PC. It just did not get that shell out at the last second. I wish I was a little bit quicker there. But either way, this was a pretty good game. We did, I think, hit that blind shot on the Grill, as he was only at about 50 health when he was detected. But yes, this was a fun battle. Unfortunately, you cannot see the post-game statistics on replays, which is very stupid. I don't understand that. But either way, as you can see at the bottom of our screen, with that blind shot, added on, we did about 5,900 damage this battle. We blocked 2,000, and it was a pretty fun game. This is the AMX M4. I really like the tank. It's fast, it's got an incredibly strong gun, although it looks like my gun actually has a shell lodged in it. But yeah, I really like this, and I enjoyed playing PC. Let me know what you guys think about this tank and PC in the comments down below. Do you want to see more content like this in the future on maybe the Renault that I just got my hands on, the AMX 30? Let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.